The Brandon Peters Show may contain explicit language and detailed plot points. For more information on the show, stay tuned to the end of the episode.
The summer of 2004 at 20.
All right, welcome back to the Brandon Peters Show for another summer of 2004 at 20 music video companion series. And returning to the show, I have author and producer of KJ Today. It's Johna.
What's up, friends? How's it going? Glad Brandon decided to let me come back.
Yep, another one. You have now, I think you've tied, or no, if you count your live appearance, I think you're on here more than KJ has ever been. So
that's
maybe
not saying a lot. I just have more free time than she does.
Yeah, Patches has been, she likes to record early. That's the thing too.
Yeah, she does.
So that's a thing. But and
she
she's a very busy lady.
She wakes up at like 4 a.m.
It's time to make the donuts.
For real, honestly.
So there you go.
Yeah.
So this week, Johna, on the Monday episode, here are the films we talked about.
Okay.
All right. She Hate Me. Spike Lee movie. Nope. Open Water.
No.
About these people that are on a boat. It's like found footage, or not found footage, but they're like literally just stuck out in the middle of the water, and nobody like to save them, and just sitting there, and sharks coming by and stuff. It was kind of a little big deal back then.
Stressful.
Little Black Book.
I did see that. That's
Okay.
Brittany Murphy.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I did see that.
Okay.
It was good.
And then Collateral.
No.
Tom Cruise, Jamie Foxx.
Nope.
Jamie Foxx was nominated for an Oscar for this one. It was the same year as Ray, so he was nominated Best Supporting Actor for this and Best Actor for Ray. This is a breakout year for not breakout. We all knew who Jamie Foxx was. This was like his ascent into superstardom because he starts this summer. He has Breaking All the Rules.
I love that movie.
Yep, he starts with that, and then he has Collateral, and then he has Ray, and then he wins an Oscar. He's also on Twista's song. At this time, he's starting to do music as well.
I know that song.
Overnight Celebrity, I believe that's the song.
Yeah, I got that song on my playlist.
Yeah.
Love that song.
Yeah, big year for 2004. If you want to point to when Jamie Foxx became the Jamie Foxx, it's this year in 2004. Crazy stuff here. But yeah, Collateral, which originally, the cast of that was supposed to be Russell Crowe and Adam Sandler. So Russell Crowe was going to be the hitman, and Sandler was going to be the taxi cab driver. That was one of the original ideas. And then it winds up being Tom Cruise and Jamie Foxx. Sounds
way cooler with those two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I actually, at that year, I liked Jamie Foxx's performance in Collateral better than I did Ray. I'm an oddball, but I that's where I was at.
Well, in 2004, I was not 9 question mark.
You probably weren't allowed to see Collateral then.
Probably not, but I did like see bits and pieces of Ray. And like it was probably not the best scenes for me to see.
Okay.
As a kid, so I've never actually sat and watched the whole movie because I was like semi-traumatized by it. So like I heard it was amazing and that Jamie Foxx did a great job, but I just have never felt the need to sit down and watch it.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Jamie Foxx is not part of this song we're talking about today, but we are talking Dip It Low, which is the first single from Christina Milian's second album, It's About Time. It was followed by Whatever You Want. There's only 2 singles off this album, and in a little bit, we'll probably figure out why. The album peaked at number 14 on the Billboard 200 and only reached silver status in sales. This might be one of the lowest selling songs I've ever talked about on here, I think. And it reached
for the invite, Brandon.
There we go. Well, the album itself, the full album, Dip It Low itself, reached number 5 on the Hot 100 and hit gold status. It's her biggest single to date. Neo worked on the vocal arrangements for the song. There are different versions of this song and the music video, I guess. Fabulous appears on a version released in the US, Canada, Ireland, and the UK. German rapper Sammy Deluxe was used for Austria, Finland, France, Germany, Sweden, and Switzerland. And then other countries released a version with no rap verse on it. I don't think this video we watched had a rap verse on it.
It did not.
It did not. So we got the generic one. The song was also used for a Tommy Hilfiger campaign at the same time. It was nominated for Best Melodic Rap Performance and lost to Yeah. And and the other nominees were Kanye West, All Falls Down, Jada Kiss's Why, and Twista's Slow Jams.
Oh, Slow Jams is so good. Such a good song.
And so this song, though, it caused a whirlwind of lawsuits and sues and countersues over a 12-second sample in the song. So this song was being produced, and they assured the company, label and stuff, that there was no sampling in this song. None. Nope. And then somebody heard it and said, hey, that's this song right here, da-da-da. Took it to court. The court were like, yeah, it is that. You're fucked. Blah, blah, blah. You owe this much money. So then the label, there was like a countersue involved. And then it was somebody sued the guy who made the beat because it was like they should have known better. And then they sued Christina Milian for breach of contract because of this. So all these lawsuits.
Just for one song? Jeez.
She probably didn't make shit off this song, and it's her biggest single after all.
And this one wasn't even that good.
Yeah. So like after all that, yeah. So she got it there. Yeah. So let's start first with Christina Milian and the song itself before we get into the video. I remembered her, like, I knew her mostly from a Ja Rule song she was on, the Between Me and You. Do you remember that one?
Yes, but like I got.
What would I be without you?
Yeah.
I would think about you.
Yes. Okay, I do know that song.
Oh,
that's a very good Ja Rule impersonation you did.
Fire Festival, yeah. Ja Rule was cool for a while, if people don't remember.
First of all, love Ja Rule. Him, like
Murder.
any song that Ja Rule was on, I loved it immediately. Him and Ashanti, they were my faves.
Yeah. Shanti was like, that was like the A-list Christina Milian, I guess, because they had
honestly,
they had that stuff, and then Ja Rule had that banger with J-Lo, the I'm Real remix.
Yeah,
that was some good stuff. But I remember this song, but I like never thought much of it. I was surprised seeing it come up as a hit here in the top 10, but
I mean, it was top 5.
Mm-hmm.
It was in the top, when you sent it to me, I was like, do I know that song? And then when I watched the video, I was like, okay, I'm kind of remembering it a little bit, but like, I've only ever really known Christina Milian as an actress. I've never really known her as like a singer, because I mean, she does like, for all the older people, she did a lot of like ABC Family, like Christmas movies.
Pause. I made a mistake. The one where the song I was referring to was Put It On Me, which was Ashanti. This one is Every Little Thing That We Do to Stay Between Me and You.
Oh,
that's the one.
Okay.
That's the one she was correcting myself. Put It On Me, Ashanti, not, like I said, mixed them up. Sorry, girls. Sorry, ladies. Sorry. Wrong Ja Rule girl, it was a formula. Sorry.
Oh, okay. God.
Continue.
Oh, man. I forgot what I was saying.
For that listener screaming, that's not the right song. They're thankful now.
Well, what was I saying? Oh, so I've really only ever known Christina Milian as like an actress in like one like Bring It On movie, like one of the like farther down Bring It On movies.
Okay.
She's done like I think some Freeform / used to be ABC Family movies.
Okay.
She's got a couple of Netflix movies. They're all like rom-coms, So I've really only ever known her as like, and I knew she sang. I didn't even know she like had albums. Like, you're like, this is her second album. I was like,
Yeah.
More than one? I didn't even know she had one. So like I learned a lot about Christina Milian just then.
Yeah. She I knew the name a lot, but like it was just like probably maybe this song or something like that. But she had to have something off that uh first album, I'm sure too, that
Probably.
got her some recognition before this. AM to PM and When You Look at Me were her first. Her first album was 2001, and those were the two songs off of it. And I'm not recalling them too much.
2001.
Yeah.
6 or 7. I don't know how old I was. I was like still in my single digits, so I was a very young person. But I mean, I think she's got good vocals. I just don't think that maybe she wasn't just properly produced.
Maybe.
I mean, the whole music video, like I'm, just gonna jump into it if that's cool, but
yeah. So let me for the music video is directed by Matthew Rolston. He's a lucky duck who got to work with Jennifer Love Hewitt on a music video. But he works with
Love Hewitt?
Yeah. She that's like the last thing worked on. She did stuff with Destiny's Child, Foo Fighters, Mandy Moore. He did the Kiss from a Rose video by Seal. Salt and Peppa did some of their iconic stuff.
Nice.
In Vogue, Natalie Imbruglia, Christina Aguilera, Jessica Simpson. So like, yeah, all the music videos this dude works with is like A-listers. Like,
yeah,
it's crazy. There's not even in-betweeners. He's got like Lenny Kravitz, Enrique Iglesias, TLC, just big. And this person also, this same year, works as a still photographer for Danger Zone, the making of Top Gun. So there you go.
Wow.
There you go, yeah.
Wow. And he did a Christina Milian video?
Yeah. Took time. Okay. But yeah, she was working with the top talent. Yeah, working with top talent.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Watching it now, me, 29-year-old me, it was a very kind of cringe video. And honestly, like, she, to me, and Christina Milian, if you hear this, if you ever want to talk about it, she just didn't look very comfortable in the video to me.
Okay.
Like, she kind of looked a little uncomfortable. Like, but I mean, that's just me. Like, but the music video just made me think of, have you seen the movie The Best Man?
Taye Diggs? Yeah.
Yeah. So like, it just kind of made me think of like a bachelor party, because there's like all of these dudes and like Christina Milian and her dancers are like the strippers.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I got from it.
It was like, what are we doing here? Like there's a really kind of pretty setup for the start of it where she's in the robe and there's that colored room. And I'm like, okay. And then it's like, we move on to like this deck. I think it's trying to go. I think the overall thing wants to be this like kind of like either like Japanese in theme thing, but it's not quite all the way there to where it's like, is it going for that? Or I think I can hear it in the beat, but like yeah,
because I mean at the beginning she's got on like the kimono type thing, like all of that stuff, and you're like, okay, so like, what is this gonna be about, right?
And then there's like mud, but it's like more like oil. Like I don't.
It was like ink.
Ink, yeah, ink, and it's just like, and it's like, and that's where you can tell she's like, am I enjoying myself during this?
And then like a lot also, like, let's talk about the dancing, because
if you want to call it that, sure.
Well,
because
I will say, and I don't even know if the Shakira song Hips Don't Lie was like out yet, but it definitely like gave me Hips Don't Lie vibes. Like I feel like they were trying to make her into all of these different. They're like, if we put Ashanti with Shakira, with J-Lo, with blah 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 blah, that they're like, that'll be Christina Milian, and it's like
2 years later is Hips Don't Lie, so she's beta testing Hips Don't Lie here,
right? So, but I mean, it seemed like they were trying to make her be all of these different people, and she's like, I don't understand what's going on.
One of these things is gonna stick. Don't worry, Christina.
Yeah. And I mean, she is a good dancer. I mean, outside of this music video, like she is a great dancer. I do think she's a good singer. I think she's a really good actress. But like the only thing that stressed me out about their dancing in the music video was every time they had to like dip it low and like they hit the floor so hard.
Yeah.
I was terrified. I was like, oh my God.
I almost feel like
broken my neck.
with a different director, the dancing could have looked a lot better in this. I don't know, maybe because this one doesn't seem it wants to make sure you see all the sets and stuff before you really engage the dancing with how it's filmed and stuff. So maybe somebody cutting it differently even could do that. But like it feels like the dancing's like an afterthought. Whereas like you and I talked about Burn before this, you just stop and just behold the dance number he does in that. This it's just another thing here, and they do stuff, and there's like 5 people, and it's like it's not of the primary interest of the music video or what they're going for here, whereas Usher's like showstopper. You know, this is like hold on, and then it's like, oh, we're done already. You know, like that's when you want to like show something with dance. Love the dance, like just like embrace it, like showcase it, and this is just like, okay, that's the thing. They're dancing, and then they're maybe mud wrestling, and then she's like in a private area by herself when her words when we can't sync her dancing to it, so we have the one part because they shoot the one room, so it's like we make sure everything syncs, so we can always cut back to you by yourself here and make the words work. But
and there was also a point in the video where like she like broke open her dress, and I was like, okay, so I'm like, okay, so I'm understanding, like, you know what the song's about as she's like singing, and you're like, okay, like I get it, right? It's about, you know, sex or whatever. Okay, cool. But she like busts her dress open, and then they cut to some guy standing behind her, and then he busts her dress open.
I thought it was about ice cream scooping.
Well,
about sex? I thought they were like, you know, you dip it, you get down in the thing in summertime, you know.
Clearly you weren't listening to the lyrics, but that's fine. Men don't listen to
all right. I was having a hankering for a blizzard watching this video, but okay.
Okay, well, you enjoy your blizzard. Let me know. Let me know if it continues to stay frozen as you're watching the video.
All right.
But I don't know, like I you know, hate to say it about myself, but I did study like media and stuff like that, and so continuity is like such a thing for me.
Yeah.
Like, and that just made me so upset. Like and for no reason other than she had already broken her dress open, and then someone was like, no, let's do this cut where we're trying to make it sexy with the guy busting her dress open. It's like no, but it was already, I don't understand what's happening. Can we stop this?
It's probably in the editing room, like, we don't have fucking thing. We don't have money to go shoot more.
Yeah.
Man, fuck. Okay, well, it's just gonna look stupid, and like the 3 people who got a continuity major are gonna be mad at you. Like, I mean, that's a decision in the editing room. That's what it comes down to. Is like, well, that's what we fucking have. Like, we can't do anything about it. Like,
and I'm sure Christina Milian was like, I don't want to get any more of this ink in my hair, and she probably didn't want to continue to get her hair wet in that little room that she was in, because her hair was like, and I mean, it was, gorgeous, like wet, curly, like beautiful, right? But I mean, I'm sure she's just like, look, I'm sick of doing this shit.
Right.
Like, don't make me do it again.
Absolutely.
And like, I don't even know if it was her real hair at like the beginning of the video. It could have been not like the room, but like the big party room.
Right.
Like her hair was like 10 times bigger, and I don't know if it was cheese. I don't know if it was a wig, but it was not my fave. I was like, oh, Christina, you've come so far. It's from 2004.
What are you doing?
It wasn't I probably wouldn't listen to the song again, because I can't even tell you the beat to it as of this point in time. It's very like unmemorable, I guess.
Her song with Ja Rule is more memorable to me, even though I sang the wrong one at first. But I like when I was going back, I'm like, what? I'm like, I'm pretty sure she did like a song with Ja Rule, and I knew that one, and I listened to it. I was like, oh yeah, I had this one going. This was going along a lot back when it came out for me. Like Ja Rule plus R&B Girl was like instant success in the early to mid
100%.
2000s. Like that was key.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like he didn't even have to like say anything. Like he just had to be like,
all I do is walk around and then I
for
make
real.
fun.
Like he didn't even really have like, and the women like carried those songs.
Oh yeah,
right?
oh you know, and then like his third verse would always like mock what the chorus was. He'd just be like, yeah, because he'd be like,
yep, 100%.
like the Ja Rule formula. But we all fell for it. Murder Inc.
First of all, I still love it to this day.
Yeah. Of the Barker guys with the raspy voices, DMX was my guy. But Ja Rule was cool. Ja Rule was cool too for a bit.
Yeah.
And now he's like a joke.
I think most people from like the 2000s right now are like a joke. Like,
yeah, people forget Ja Rule was the first rapper in Fast and Furious movies. He was in the first one.
Oh, I've never seen any of them.
Oh my gosh, yeah, Ja Rule, and then Ludacris comes in the second one, and then he's like back for good when the fifth one hits.
Luda, love Ludacris.
Luda, yeah, Luda.
Ludacris.
But yeah, yeah, Ja Rule, Murder Inc. Holla.
Look, man.
Yeah.
And that's all he had to say, and he got millions for it.
Yeah, but and it's funny, they actually Murder Inc. There was a issue of The Source and announced Murder Inc. and it was Ja Rule, DMX, and Jay-Z. And then by the time Murder Inc. actually came out, it was just Ja Rule and some of his like fools. But yeah, that was the announcement. I remember that. I was like, whoa, DMX, Ja Rule, and Jay-Z gonna make an album. They did not. So.
Oh man, what a time.
What a time. Did you, so on IMDb, which is always, you can't take 100%, mentioned Kim Kardashian is in this video. Did not see her. I have to wonder if someone saw the little brunette dancing behind her and thought, it looks like Kim Kardashian. And Kim Kardashian's IMDb page didn't deny it for some reason, but I did not see her in this video.
I don't remember seeing her.
I didn't. I before, so I wrote up my script before I watched the video and took note of that. And I looked the whole time. Not there. Not there.
I'll have to take your word for it. But
Not
I don't.
there,
I mean, I don't. Kim Kardashian doesn't strike me as the I'm gonna be a dancer in a music video or even a background person in a music video.
Yeah. Well, this would have been before the Ray J tape came out.
But I mean, even then, like she wouldn't have struck me as that kind of person anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, because her family was already like quote unquote like getting famous because of the whole OJ thing.
2007. She was just a tag along to Paris Hilton at this time.
Yeah.
So I could have seen her leeching on to like anything she could get, and then the tape comes out. A tape came out. I looked it up. 2007. So after that, she becomes the Kim Kardashian we know, and then Ray J just faded into obscurity. Like that.
Yeah, which is wild because I freaking loved Ray J.
J and Brandy. Yeah.
Oh man, I loved Ray J, and it made me I feel like he could have done like so much more had that whole thing with Kim Kardashian not happened.
Nick Cannon took his spot, and had a bunch of kids.
Yeah, and Nick Cannon I don't know. Nick Cannon's just like the only thing I really liked that he did was Drumline. That was one of my favorite movies. What else did he do? He's done a bunch of other stuff too. Milian, I think.
He what?
I think Nick Cannon did a movie with Christina Milian. What was it called?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they were in a relationship together.
Yeah, it was like
Love Don't Cost a Thing.
Yes, that's what it was. Yes, I remember that movie.
That remake, yeah.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Yes, I remember that. Because like it was like one of the first like fake dating, I'm gonna make you popular trope type things.
Yep. There's a remake of a Patrick Dempsey movie. Can't Buy Me Love, I think. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
I think that's what I remember that came out. What was it?
Okay.
Nick Cannon. He had that awesome song "Gigolo." I remember that one.
Bro, Nick Cannon used to just do so like he in and of itself is like quote unquote iconic in the early 2000s because I mean he just was kind of doing whatever. Like he was rapping, he was doing movies, he was on TV. Like I mean he just was everywhere. So like I think he had a show on Nick at one point.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. what was it called? I remember watching it.
Yes, it was a remake of 1987 film Can't Buy Me Love.
Nice. What was that show? Because I know he had a show on Nick.
He wasn't on all that, was he?
No.
The Nick Cannon Show?
I think it might have been the
that's
Nick
what I'm
Cannon
looking.
show.
Yeah, looks like it's just called the Nick Cannon Show.
Yeah. I feel like there was another show. I don't know. But like, I mean, iconically, like, oh, he was in that movie. Sorry. I'm not looking at Nick Cannon's IMDb, so I'm just like very confused. But yeah, no. I mean, Love Don't Cost a Thing, like, that was such a good movie. I think that was one of Christina Milian's, like, probably one of her first movies.
Yeah.
If I'm correct, because this song that we're talking about doesn't come out until 2004.
Right.
So Love Don't Cost a Thing was in 2003.
Yeah. And so was I believe the Ja Rule song she was on with him was then too, was around there. So she was an up and comer at this point.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. I think if she would have stuck with acting instead of trying, honestly, I think that, and this is just me looking, hindsight's 2020, but like, I feel like every girl, like every early 2000s movie that had a lead girl, they tried to make her into a singer.
Yeah.
And then like, if they couldn't make her a singer, then she didn't blow up.
Right.
Because she didn't have multiple talents. Like she was just an actress. Like especially like in teen movies and stuff like that. Like it seems like every girl, like I mean Mandy Moore can sing, but she never like blew up from singing.
No, she actually she stuck around longer than her contemporaries because they tried to bring her out like she was Britney Spears and Jessica Simpson. And I mean, she wasn't even as big as Jessica Simpson.
Yeah.
And Jessica Simpson was like the third fiddle there to Christina and then Britney. But yeah, so Mandy Moore. I know Hilary Duff. She had songs they were trying to put out. Like Miley Cyrus.
Got some good songs. That's some good songs. I mean, Miley Cyrus has great songs, but I mean, like it just seems like every early 2000s like girl who they were like, oh, you can carry a tune. We're gonna make you famous for singing. And it's like maybe she doesn't want to sing for a living. Yeah. Maybe she only wants to be an actress, and she just so happened.
They tried that with like Ashley Tisdale around the time of High School Musical stuff. They tried that.
Ashley Tisdale, she's a good singer, but I don't know if she has any like albums or anything. But like most like Disney Channel girls or like Christina Milian type girls, like they're like, oh, you're pretty and you can sing and you can act. Okay, let's try and see if we can blow you up by singing, and then you can fall back on your acting career if you don't blow up as a singer.
Right.
Which sucks because, all that time that you're spending putting on an album that maybe you don't even really like or want to do, you could be using towards making these great movies for your acting career.
Right.
But that's just my 2 cents about it.
True. Very true. All right. Well, Johna, I appreciate those 2 cents about it. And that'll wrap you up for summer of 2004 at 20. In the meantime, where can people keep up with all the things Johna?
Oh, well, I'm just doing things all the time. You can find me personally on Instagram, X, and TikTok at Producer Johna on all of those places. If you want to follow the KJ Today Show or the Kinda Nerdy Girls podcast, you can just look for at Kinda Nerdy Girls on anywhere you can find your podcast. Or if you want to look for the KJ Today Show, just get on YouTube and type in KJ Today Show and we'll pop right up.
All right, excellent. And I'm on socials at Brandon4KHD. PopCon Louisville's really close, and I hope I have a full podcast stage. But if not, go to popcon.us and sign up to be part of the podcast stage if you have a podcast.
You might
would like to do that. Yeah, you might catch Johna there. Find all information, yes, at popcon.us. Monday, Scott, Aaron, and I are back to discuss Yu-Gi-Oh! The movie, Garden State, The Princess Diaries 2, and Alien versus Predator. That is a lineup right there.
I'm so sad I don't get to be there for The Princess Diaries. It's such an iconic movie.
2. The Princess Diaries 2.
1 and 2. Iconic.
Okay. Got my girl Anne Hathaway. I'm happy to watch it.
And Chris Pine and Julie Andrews.
The Chris, the best Chris, as I've tried to preach to you. Pine. All right, all that and more. It's the summer of 2004 at 20 continues.